Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Me too.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night.
From the 10.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now the try here for the point after. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score. Chiefs 7, Vikings nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 20.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Vikings sit 5-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Yeah, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Christian Watson.
73 yards. ends. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
70 Ranger.
2nd and 3. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
1st and 10 at the
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
19 tight.
Back to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he will have a Vikings first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running left, Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 33-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. York able to send this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there, keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Hall. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. It's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Here's Herbert. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Christian Watson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Vikings 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
They're on 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The tackle made at the 34-yard line. A gain of 12. And the first down, Chiefs.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Herbert off of play action. On the move to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and have to...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Hall again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now back to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
12 yards there, first down Vikings.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Right there, hurt.
On second down, it's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Let's go. Warriors, 17.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Hall. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Kansas City, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll have a tough one at home next week.